Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a moment? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. They ain't submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teething. You can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagine and bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Going to the air right away. Hooker finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. Powering forward. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Ready up.
Quickly out wide to Mechie. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Cowboy 80.
Now Hooker. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Lead it, bring up 48. Gone. Hey, we're good, we're good. 300. Listen to me. Hey, yo.
Now Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hooker. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ready, get! 60 average, 60.
Hooker now on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing. Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. He's going to try and do this himself. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here we go, here we go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, check that, street.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back near the goal line, Cousins. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
The Vikings at 10-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Second down, Cousins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gun.
Osborne motions left.
Can.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow. Gun. First. Right now, boys.
Cousins to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down, here's Gibbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Hooker. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the Wagyu. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Madison will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hold as he's brought down at the 11. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. They'll go down, and they got him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Bronco quick.
From the gun, it's Hooker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, no, easy. Shoot.
Here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On play action, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 30 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Play action. Here's Hooker. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Daniil Hunter collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. Well, he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 45. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go Madison up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Gun.
Addison will go in motion left.
300. Listen to me. Stop.
Cousins now on second down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Osborne motions left. They go play action. Cousins. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Get. Yellow.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Lucky 50. What's that?
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Hooker from his own end zone. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Hooker on first down. He fights him off. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Meanwhile, Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hooker 19. 70 Rangers.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Go.
Hooker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
19 Lions.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
19 Tiger.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go now.
2nd and 7. Hooker's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And not in any rush offensively. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
19 tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Now Hooker.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hooker throwing again on second down. He completes it to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Let's go. What's up?
On the give, here's McBride. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, no, easy. Two. Gun. Black.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's Ryan Wright now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ready.
Hooker to the air yet again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Throwing. Hooker. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 128 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. That time multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.